Okay, confirmed. It has begun.
All right. You know what? The two of us makes it.
What's that?
It's a party.
I gotta try new things. There are so many potential openers for this episode. I think I'm just gonna do all the ones I had planned, and we'll just run through all of them
for like a solid 2 minutes.
And just not
that's not good.
Acknowledge that we're that we're doing multiple
I have to pick
introductions.
This up.
You must have memorized every one of those, huh?
I mean, I know where the fucker lives, so.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
Oh my god.
I mean, is it like so? Like it's it's not just like you found the address or something. It's like you lived near there, and you're like you can like find the street and stuff.
No,
that kind of.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I looked up a specific eatery, and then there was one video review on YouTube. So I clicked it, and then I followed this guy. I'm like, where the fuck does this guy live? Because he was so strange, and he had so many, like, I noticed that he had like 1,000 videos of him sharing his dinner every night, like in like a vlog.
Yeah,
so
by strange you mean like he just has Asperger's, like it's not.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to be a part of his world, Declan.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he wants views. It's fine.
I engaged with it, and I just happened to click through a dozen of his videos until I saw 2 street signs that I could identify on Google and find exactly where his house is located. That's all. Like, there's nothing weird about that at all.
Oh, cool. Yeah, great.
It's a party.
Yeah, I just want to see how many times he eats cereal for breakfast. That's all I really.
I did see 3 thumbnails that look basically identical.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
It is a party.
It is a party.
It is a party. Ugh. Yeah, intro number 2 now. Just Ethan, we played Halo all night last night. I was up
we did.
Real weird hours of the morning because everyone's playing that Halo online. And man, I was just dead. Let me tell you, I was just dead today. Okay, I was dead. I was almost as dead as Captain America and Doctor Strange.
God damn it! No! You fuck! Oh my god.
I don't know what happens in the movie. I'm just kidding.
That's really good.
Those would be
the 2 least I would expect. Doctor Strange, they gotta make like 4 more of them shits, dude.
Oh, Christ. I mean, just because they're dead,
Oh, Lord, that's very funny.
But yeah, I was just seeing so many people fucking freaking out. I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh, I've adopted the perfect mindset for the Infinity War, which is I don't fucking care. So nothing can. Oh, you don't understand. I've transcended. I saw Doctor Strange in the theaters. And I'm like, oh, I don't have to care anymore. This is great. This is so great.
Isn't it freeing?
Oh my god. I go see them. I see them because they're cultural events, and then I could talk to my coworkers about them. I don't give a fuck. It's basically the exact same way as like the last Star Wars movie was the same way. The Last Jedi, where I saw that in theaters, I'm like, oh, good, I don't have to care anymore. This is so liberating. Mm-hmm. I can go back to my life without my happiness being defined by whether or not these movies are good.
It's nice.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. That intro was kind of a dead end. I don't really have.
It worked out exactly the way it needed to.
Yeah, it was really just kind of the one goof there.
It's all it needed to be, baby.
Yeah. So welcome. It's the last time we're ever in our lives going to be doing an episode based on spring 2018 of anime specifically.
Oh my god!
On this
the end of an era, Declan.
Yes, the end of a long era. As we finished it all up. And
we watched all the anime.
All of it, except for the things that we shouldn't have watched, except for one of those that, well, I don't know. We'll get into it. But, to finish things off, we have, how many? We got like 6 shows and 2 shorts.
Yeah, dude, this is a jam-packed episode. It's a party.
Settle in. Get comfy. Because it is a party. Our first show is Wotaku ni Koi wa Muzukashii.
Yes.
This is a manga adaptation by A1. title is Love is Hard for Otaku.
That's true.
Don't I know it, bud? Am I right? Am I right? Huh?
Us otaku, am I right?
Oh, us otakus.
We're so goofy in our romances. We're so dysfunctional and broken.
So awkward.
Oh my god. My romantic expectations are so high that they're near Saturn. Out of this fucking plane of existence, man.
Yeah, so this show is about A1 likes shows set in workplaces. I don't know
yes, they do.
So this one's in an office, and everyone in the office is an otaku. And the first thing I noticed is that it didn't normally A1 puts a decent amount of effort into at least the visuals. This first scene doesn't look very good. This girl getting out of bed is so.
The thing I noticed before that was that the music sounded like it was from a fucking Flash game. This sounded like
that's probably true. Yeah,
it sounded like Newgrounds Flash game music to me.
I bet they told the music guy like, "Hey, it's like a show about otaku, so try to add like a digital, like give it a video game sound." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just make it sound like shit."
Yeah, well, he nailed it.
She gets out of bed and she's Shikoku. But it's not high school; it's an office girl, so it's different. So she gets into her girl suit. And then it's the first day of the new office. She meets a big boob green.
Please do not run to board the train.
Yeah, I like that.
Please.
I can never tell if those are actually like mandated warnings whenever. It's always don't run. Well, this is a new one. I haven't seen don't run to catch the train before, but it's always whenever two characters ride a bike tandem, it always says please do not do this. So, scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
And
I have no idea if it's an actual law or not. Yeah, I don't know. Because when it's a boy and a girl, like when it's a brother and sister like making out, they don't have like a hey, not allowed. Don't excuse me.
Well, I mean that's because it's culturally acceptable.
It's just a special message from Shinzo Abe. Just scrolling across the bottom. Look, guys.
I know we had a lot of fun today.
I know it's tough out there. If you can settle for someone who isn't your sister. That'd be great.
Look, you know your sister's garbage. You've lived with her your entire life.
Yeah, just standards, people. So yeah, she meets a lady at work, and she meets two very shoujo-looking boys. One of whom she knows, and she puts on some kind of fake act and like asks him on a date. To keep him from talking or something, she just asks him on a date. But then it turns out they just know each other very well because they're otaku buddies, secret otaku. And it's they're at a bar later talking about this, and this chick has had boyfriends. By the way, fuck this show.
Uh-oh.
Not okay. And I guess the guy dumped her because she's a fujoshi, which is okay. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Look,
I don't get it.
I can dig it. There are certain things that if a girlfriend revealed them to me, I would be out. I'd be outie 5,000. I'd be like fujoshi, probably not where I draw the line, but furry, furry, I'm probably out.
It also depends on how proud she is of it.
Yeah, well, but then if she's proud of it, then there's no way, I wouldn't have entered the relationship to begin with.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have known though.
Well, if she's proud of it, I'm probably gonna know before we start dating.
But
right?
If a girl gets drunk and she's just and then she's just like, yeah, it's just I like the fur.
That's just cute and romantic.
Not the part where they're animals. I just like the fuzzy fur. I'd be like, all right, well, that's I can understand that.
That's cute romantic comedy stuff where you're drunk and making really crazy confessions. I'm pretty sure that was in a Tom Hanks movie once. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan's like, I like putting furry tails in my asshole.
Yeah, man,
I love
the Burbs
it.
Is so funny. Didn't you actually dump a girl because she liked Zootopia a little too much?
I feel like that was my excuse at the time, but
yeah,
it was mostly,
I feel like that's what you told me.
It was more because she smelled like babies.
That sounds kind of pleasant. I don't.
No. So I was dating this girl, right?
Okay.
And things were going pretty well. I'll admit it was my doobie year. I was a little bit baked all the time.
I didn't realize it got that bad all the time, huh?
Not all the time. I was baked most of the afternoons, right?
Okay.
So like everything was pretty chill, right? And I'm like, yo, this girl's got a stank, but I don't really care about it that much.
Kind of harsh in my buzz.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I can live with a little bit of stank. And then I went home and I held my cousin's baby, and I'm like, wait a minute. This smells like my girlfriend.
Probably put baby powder on herself first.
No, it's not a pleasant baby stank.
Oh, it was like a poop stank.
No, it's not a poop stank. It's like an unwashed stank. And then it
like
was
a BO stank.
it was I couldn't go back because I went back.
Not like a pleasant female musk.
No. This is like a sweaty stank.
But you didn't take care of babies.
Fuck no.
Okay. It's decisive.
Anyways,
so it turns out everyone at work is otakus. That's crazy. XD.
crazy twist.
And then so at the end, the girl and her friend, who is a boy here, he kind of confesses to her and says, "Hey, let's go out." Very not romantically. So now they're dating, but it seems kind of more like a business relationship.
It's a partnership.
It's a mutually beneficial exchange. Very Anglo of them. It's very British.
All right then.
What?
All right then. All right then. That's how you enter a relationship in Great Britain. Is you go up to a partner and you're like, all right then, and then you guys you're married.
Oh, I love. How's your pussy? Is it good?
That's too forward.
Well,
and you're like, how's it going, love? All right then, and then they're in a relationship.
All right then. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Get your knickers off. I'm not.
Oh my! That's the sexiest thing I've ever heard. I'm gonna tell that to a girl sometime. Get your knickers off, girl.
Excuse me? She's
Whoa!
blacking.
No!
You're getting your what off?
Oh! I'm so sorry. Oh no! I didn't mean it. Oh! And then I'm like her slave. It's like, oh my god.
You're just apologizing too hard. You're like, here, whip me. And she's like, what the fuck?
I'm so sorry. I'm going to make it up to you. Ooh, restitution.
You make her drive you out to a cotton fields. She's like, seriously, man, what the fuck? This is weird.
Daylight come and me one go.
You're singing made up
slave
cultural songs. Yeah.
If that's my favorite reference for what a slave song is, I need to watch Roots again.
You're using Jamaican songs, even though you're picking cotton.
Buffalo Soldier. She's like, that's Ethan. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I really just want to go home, man.
It's really insensitive. Anyways, that's that one.
I'm not a huge fan of this one, and I can't stop reading Wotaku as like woke otaku, and I don't like it.
That's my blog title. That's my Tumblr.
The woke otaku.tumblr. It's just.
Can you imagine being a woke otaku? That would be like the worst existence ever. You wouldn't be able to enjoy shit.
I've seen some Anime News Network articles. Yeah, it doesn't seem fun.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, when we rebrand and get a website, I want to do a lot of making fun of Anime News Networks. Their writing is sometimes amazing. Every once in a while, you get a real gem from them. Mostly, it's very boring. But one of my favorite quotes of all time is from quotes regarding anime is from Rebecca Silverman of Anime News Network.
Oh, legend.
And they were so proud of this quote that they put it. You know how in articles you take a quote and you make it big in the middle, and you're reading it, and then you're
it's like the premier quote of the article. It's like a summation of what it's about.
Yeah. It was. I feel like anime usually or almost never understands the impact that World War II had on the global Jewish community. Rebecca Silverman. Oh my god! They put it in big old font right in the
one more time
middle of the article. What's that?
One more time from the top.
I feel like anime rarely, if ever, recognizes the impact that World War II had on the global Jewish community.
Oh my god!
I love it so much.
It's almost like it's beautiful. I'm not even gonna taint it.
I need to. Oh my gosh, it's so fucking good. I need to make that my banner. I need to make it our banner on Twitter. Our next. Did you like that show?
No, I don't think it was very good.
Okay.
I've got notes out the fucking wazoo, but they're basically the exact same as yours because it's pretty mundane, really.
Yeah.
They're playing. It's got to be Monster Hunter, right? Are they playing it just Monster Hunter?
Yeah, it's just Monster Hunter.
It's just Monster Hunter.
It's just Monster Hunter.
And is it literally just Monster Hunter, or are they making fake Monster Hunter?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was real footage or not. I have no idea.
It looks
It's pretty
fucking
competent
real.
looking. I mean, the animations were a little. I couldn't tell. I wasn't paying.
But that's Monster Hunter, though. The animations are a little blank. Is Monster Hunter?
Well, I mean, they looked a little not video game. Like they looked too hand made. But I don't remember. I'd have to watch it again. My impression was that it was pretty close if it was fake and just Monster Hunter if it was Monster Hunter.
All right.
Yes. So, next show is Last Period Owarinaki Rasen no Monogatari. What in the hell?
This kid last period could be a hockey anime. Last period could be any number of. It could be.
That would be third period, like last. Yeah, it would be fine.
It could be
hockey.
any number of things.
Makes
Not
sense.
what you expect this to be.
I would not expect. This is a real roller coaster. Yeah, this is a phone game adaptation.
No fucking way.
By our buds at JC Staff, finally coming in with a banger this season. JC Staff. The title translates to "The Journey to the End of the Despair." I think that's the title. That's what I wrote, and it might be song.
No, that is the title.
Okay.
That is the title. I just forgot.
It's very dark. This show's not dark, by the way, at all. It's basically a comedy.
Oh my god.
So we start out. This has a lot of phone game lore right off the bat. The heroes, the people you play as, they are called periods.
It's really unfortunate fucking name.
I don't get it. Like, they literally just chose a random English word. Like, actually, literally just a random noun.
In one that's pretty fucking loaded, huh?
It's a time period or a menstrual cycle. There's no relation to anything they're trying.
No significance outside of that. It could only be those two things, and neither fucking one of them makes a goddamn lick of sense.
Nope, nothing. And at the beginning, the first 5 minutes of this, I'm thinking, uh-oh. I try to weed out, like the kids shows, like the card game shows, and the newest Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, the Beyblade. We have watched the Beyblade, but just like this show's about dragons and it's for 8-year-olds. Like, nah, we're good. And I was thinking, like, okay, this kind of seems like it's just like a kid's Saturday morning cartoon show. Maybe we shouldn't be watching this. Whatever, keep watching. And we get these characters real fast, right off the bat. Not a lot of introduction, because there's thievery afoot, and someone has stolen something, or I don't know, and somehow our gang here, solving this mystery involves them losing all their possessions. I wasn't really paying attention, but all their stuff in their houses gets sold because they're helping out this lady in some firm or something, bank, I don't know, recover or solve. I don't know what's happening.
It's a bureau. It's any number of like bureaucracies. It's just
But so then it's time to just go on a quest. Very literal phone game stuff. They're just going on a quest, and they meet Mayor Big Bucks. Mayor Big Bucks is here, and
he is.
Mayor Big Bucks is basically what you expect him to be, and he leads them to these bunch of mobs that need farming, and they get into an argument about the money for kind of a long time, and then the best part of the show easily shows up, the Team Rocket-esque antagonist squad, the Wisemen.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the Wisemen are so good. They're doing the moves and dancing around, and it's a bunch of, is it all girls? I think it's just a bunch of girls.
Gurus, man.
It's great. and they offer to just sort of do the same quest for less money. Apparently, it seems like a better deal. Honestly, like it just kind of it actually seems like they're actually just giving him an offer.
Capitalism at work, baby.
Yeah. There's a character in our squad named Choco, and her entire character seems to be that she points out the show's like flaws and inconsistencies. She's just like, yeah, that's badly written. When someone says something, she's just like, oh, that's generic. She just keeps having quips. And then to decide who's doing the quest, they have a duel. And this is where it starts to get really weird because they encounter the wise men bring out a guy who's like decked out, and it was basically them just saying like, yeah, this guy's a pay fag. This guy's just spent a ton of money in this game.
Yeah,
and he's covered in feathers and robes and shit, and he looks ridiculous.
Well, he seems like
strong.
to me, he seems like a microtransaction character that you bought.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay, I thought
Or
you paid.
something like, you know.
I thought yeah, you get the idea. This is something you pay for in the game.
It's clearly like a level above them that's more intricate in the stuff the equipment he has.
Yeah.
And I was just
You'd
like,
have to grind to get for a really long time to reach that point if you even can.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm thinking like, oh man, they're almost like kind of grazing up against like, free to play phone mechanics. But then they literally just break the fourth wall, and a little girl shows up in a big ass carriage.
Oh, a girl who is just a mechanic. She's just the thing that gets that you pay, and like she explicitly uses yen as as like how you pay for these characters. She basically you use her to summon people to fight for you.
Yeah,
And she uses yen as a term, and the characters in the show don't even understand what yen are.
She's like, whoa, what are yen? She's like, no, you got to pay yen, pay with these for yen. So I wonder if that's been done before. I don't know if that's a new thing, but that was crazy to me.
It was a bit of a twist on the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was like so blunt that I didn't know if I should be entertained or grossed out. But I guess that's it keeps you thinking. And that's
I appreciate
what really matters.
the honesty.
Good entertainment.
Yeah, and then that was kind of a turning point. Like this show and then it actually just kind of gets funny. Like I was laughing. Like the editing just gets weird. Like people are just screaming and it's cutting between their faces, and because they get like they don't pay because they get a free one, but they get like a random like tag in character, and they just rolled they just got a bad roll and they got a really weak one.
He's a level 1 versus a level 5.
Yeah, he just sucks, and he's just screaming. He's just yelling, and it's cutting back between him and them leaving. And then the strong guy just floats away. He just fucking floats away.
Yeah, there's just a goofiness to the show that really works in its favor.
Like, yeah, the second half here is just like really ridiculous.
It seems like a game that they're like, hey, just fucking go for it. Make whatever show you want. We don't give a fuck. We just need something on the television to promote our game.
People know about it.
And I must say, I kind of like the way it looks. It's very cartoonish looking.
Yeah, it's simple, very colorful.
Mm-hmm. And I like some of the designs. They got big pants, you know.
Yeah.
I think it looks nice, and I had the exact same arc as you did while watching the show of like, initially being grossed out and then coming to appreciate it. Yeah.
My only problem, the ED is Wiseman themed. It's so fucking good because they whisper like Wiseman, and then they go into the chorus. It's fucking fantastic. Why can't the Wiseman be the protagonists? That's what I was thinking.
Look, too much of a good thing. You know what I mean? Like it's you gotta take them in increments.
If they're not in every episode, I'm gonna fucking riot.
I feel like they're gonna be the Team Rocket of this shit, man. Like,
I mean, they're better than Team Rocket. Team Rocket got annoying. Wiseman is so good. That ED, there are other good
Wiseman.
EDs in this set. Doesn't matter why you're getting the Wiseman song because you need to hear it at the end of this episode. Fantastic. But
Damn.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. I agree.
That is it. Next up, Butlers.
Oh, fuck.
Chitose, Momotose, Monogatari. Another Monogatari here.
Fuck.
This is an original show. What? By Silverlink. The title is Butlers Cross Battlers in English.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've done the first two. You want to do this one?
Yeah,
buddy?
fuck, give me this shit. I'll swallow this
great.
load for you.
Oh, Christ.
So
Oh,
this fuck.
that's nasty.
So this show opens with a protagonist named Jay, just the letter J, having a flashback to his sexy sister giving him a bracelet. And we cut to modern times where Jay has transferred to a new high school and girls are fawning over him because he's sexy, smart, and perfect.
Yeah. He's muscular and he's wet and he's got a troubled past.
And he's on the student council. Ooh.
Yep.
And the rest of the members of the student councils are also sexy, and they're so sexy together that they can conjure sparkles out of thin air.
Oh yeah, they're strutting down the hall. It's so cool.
And then Jay is approached by a rival, a person who challenged him for student council president, and Jay doesn't even fucking recognize him. He's living in the moment, damn it. He's not got no time to reflect on the past.
Uh-huh.
And then they just bully the dude who was the rival for a bit, like they threaten his reputation. And then Jay goes to the fucking headmaster, who is also sexy, and the headmaster's like, "Hey man, Jay, I'm gonna be real with you. I can help you get back what you lost." And that just there implies that there's some sort of tragic past to Jay that we don't know.
Yeah.
And then
also,
we get
one of them's Dracula or something.
That's in the next scene. So they go to their quote unquote club room, which is literally just a house. It's like a mansion, which has a tragic past to it. And we get a flashback to incest because like there was a family that owned this house. Like they started the school, and this is the only remainder of the family is this house. And we get a flashback to like this dude trying to fuck his sister or something. And then we come across this grumpy fella named Dracula, who's he's nicknamed Dracula. And he's called that because he never comes out during the daytime because he's always skipping classes. And Dracula's like, "I'm not skipping classes. I just don't need them. I don't need those classes. I'm above them."
Nice.
And nobody agrees with Dracula. And then Jason, a.k.a. our protagonist, is like, "Hey, Dracula, go to class, damn it."
Jason.
And so they clean up the club room, and Jay's like, "Hey, man, he talks to one of his fellow student council representatives, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to look into this try to find this guy for me. He might have transferred here around the same time that I did." And the student council dude finds somebody who moved in around the same time as him, and he's working for a local cafe. Big Brother is watching, all caps in my notes.
I just want to really set the what's going on here. We start this show as like, first of all, like he starts out a little angsty, like dark past guy.
Yeah.
And then we go into high school Seitokai comedy.
Uh-huh.
And then we get the flashback to basically a Victorian drama with like the book room and the like I feel like it's sepia tone or something. And then we get like basically a hacking scene or
Yes,
like
we do.
a database.
Yes.
So we've traversed about 4 different completely different genres and tones here so far.
And they merge together flawlessly.
And we're like halfway through the show, and I am freaking out. And then we go to a cafe for some reason.
Yes, we cut to a cafe in which a sexy dude pours delicious, pretty cups of coffee. He makes an owl in the froth from the cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And bitches fawn over him, too. And then we cut to these dudes, Watson and Holmes, who are in the cafe, and they're trying to figure out who
Subtle.
this J-fella is. Oh, yeah, it was fucking really subtle. And they work for the school paper, and I'm like, it's a bit of a stretch to have these kids that work for the school paper refer to themselves as Watson and Holmes. That's not really what they were about.
That sounds like kids who would. That sounds like kids who are on what kids who are on the student or who are on the newspaper would do. That's
little chuny action. And then we go to an event of some kind. I don't know if it's a festival or a concert.
It's like a fancy party of some kind.
But anyways, a girl pulls Jay aside and she tries to confess to him, and then he pulls her really close and it seems like he's gonna mac on her, but then he rejects her.
Stone fucking cold.
And then Jay ends up in a greenhouse or something.
Yeah.
And he talks to this dude who talks to plants, and the plants tell him that there's some sort of conflict coming or whatever.
Ah.
And then we go back to the party, and
It's a party.
And Jay sees his man, the dude he was trying to track down, and freaks the fuck out and gets all heated. And Jay springs on this motherfucker, and in a really embarrassing, intense scene where like we get close-ups of Jay like freaking out. And then he's like, "Hey, you and I are both butlers. I can see based on the tattoo in your arm." I'm like, what does butler even mean in this world? What is it? Why would you use the term butler?
Well, it's
is
like
it just to get?
It's like the dollars in Durarara. They're not literal dollars.
But why are you calling yourself butlers, dude? Like, butlers are already a thing.
Dollars are already a thing, man.
No, but butlers are already a type of thing that people are. But people aren't dollars.
You get the idea.
Oh
like
my
we are
God.
the butlers, or there's got to be another. Like I don't know.
I feel like they only did it because it's a slow show for ho-hos, but it's not. It's, yeah. But anyways, I didn't expect the butlers to be woven into the plot because of magic, because we suddenly become a magical show.
Yep.
As they're popping magic off and shit, and then we go to Jay, and he's like, "I'm gonna change my destiny," because his sister probably died or something, and then he's gonna change his destiny, and then we get really, really awful ED. That's my summation of this show.
And then after the ED, we get some kind of after credits magical ritual. I think that's his sister. What happened to his sister? She tried to do some kind of thing, and then got turned into a necklace, I think.
This one's pretty bad.
I wasn't. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if it was as incomprehensible as I thought it was, or if I was just barely paying attention because it was bad.
If you listen to my explanation, it seems pretty goddamn incomprehensible.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely followed it better than I did. I was just like, what in the just fuck me up.
Well, I was just straight translating what I saw on the screen into my notes, and then upon revisiting them, it's a little easier to put together. But it's definitely not the most straightforward thing ever.
Woo! Yeah, that's not a good one.
No butlers for me, thank you.
No, never. And before we get to the next full show, let's do a short real quick.
Okay.
A couple of shorts were almost disqualified for no subs this season, but
I saved them. I've liberated them from the brink.
yes, but we use every part of the anime. So we watched both these shorts without subs and put our intimate knowledge of the Nihonjin to the test.
I basically couldn't even tell I was watching untranslated anime.
And I think I got the general gist of this first one, Amai Choubatsu Watashi wa Kanshu Senyou Pet, which is a manga adaptation by Magic Bus. Hey, Magic Bus. And
come on, the Magic School Bus.
One of my notes here is porn? Question mark? I was on the fucking edge of my seat this whole 3 minutes 30 seconds. Just wondering, like, oh man, is it gonna happen, or is this just
when is the porn happen? Well, it's gonna happen.
I don't know. Is this like really really light fetish, like dom fetish?
For me, this
material?
is Halloween. For me, this is Halloween or The Exorcist, where it's like just suspense the entire time. Is like, when does the porn happen?
Right.
I can see the porn out there on the horizon. It's stalking us from the distance. But then the porn finally happens, and you're not ready
actually,
for it.
It doesn't happen because the uncensored broadcast has not been made available yet. So they cut out the sex scene. It looks like
They got Mickey Mouse gloves on them.
that too. They do have strange. I guess it's gloves because. Okay, so anyways, a lady goes to jail. She starts out in court. She denies whatever she did. There's a guy in the audience who says, "I believe you," and she gets escorted out. But it appears she's been convicted. Something about money. I heard Kane. Okay, the show's called. This is a Sweet Punishment, by the way.
Oh my god!
And then she gets brought to like fucking Azkaban. It's a castle of a prison full of besuited men. One of which is like
sexy besuited men.
The dominate. What's a male dominatrix? A dominator? Just a dom? I don't know.
Just a man, damn it.
Who has a throne and makes her lick his boot and stuff. And she likes him. She calls him Kakui or something. And as he's like shoving his boot in her face. This I couldn't catch a lot of this. This is just our luck. This is like the most dialogue heavy short of all time. It's just a ton of talking. And I'm just like, man, all right. And then he just brings her into a room, and that's one Japanese phrase I know, man. It's fucking nuge. Strip. Drop them.
Oh my god. I was able to put it together based on context
Based on
clues.
what happens next. I mean, yeah. So yeah, and then the rest of the episode just, hey, buy the BDs, fucker, because you don't see.
You're gonna get maybe a little bit of censored
But it's
gash
just like
and some
he like reaches towards the puss and then it just cuts to the next scene, you know. So it's like very awkwardly. So yeah, there's gonna be some good.
It's
stuff
not even one of those good porn shows where you have like the censored version and the uncensored version about the same time. We gotta wait, damn it.
It looks better than most porn shows, though. That's why that's why I was actually kind of disappointed. Like the character designs are better than like horrible fucking. You know, it's Magic Bus. It's a real studio, I think.
You gotta believe the Magic Bus.
And then at the end, honestly, this is the best part at the end where she just like sees these dozens of dudes she's gonna get fucked by, which is actually
the Rogues Gallery.
Actually, pretty good. And then they all start beating the shit out of each other. So yeah, it's wait for the Blu-rays on that one. Is my rating. I'm gonna say.
Same. I wish I had it now. I wish I could have go back in time. I'm not going to take the time in the future to watch the Blu-rays, but if I could have my way, I would go back in time and make sure I was watching the uncensored version, which doesn't exist yet.
It exists somewhere. You just got to find it.
We got to storm Japan again.
Okay, back to the long ones, the long shows.
That's what we call them.
Yes, Hisone to Maso-tan.
Uh-huh.
Hisone and Maso-tan. An original show by Bones.
Yes.
How the fuck is this not getting simulcasted? It's so weird. The one show Crunchyroll didn't pick up is fucking an original Bones show. That's just crazy. I think it's because the universe hates me because I'm an Ace Combat freak.
I knew you were gonna be fucking into this shit.
Oh my god, dude!
I fucking do this shit. I'm watching this like Declan's gonna fucking nut his pants over this. I was watching this. I'm like, this is too weird for America. It's got like the sketchy line art that Americans kind of like the this kind of rough edges to characters and shit. But it's too weird.
That doesn't matter. Fucking Butlers is getting simulcast. All this shit. Everything we've done so far. If it's horrible, if it's horrible subs, it's on Crunchyroll, motherfucker. Every single show that we've watched so far, except for this one and the shorts, have been simulcasted on something, whether it be Netflix or Hulu.
Girls can beat their shit to Butlers. Girls aren't gonna beat their shit to get chomped up by dragons.
I am, so I mean. So yes, thank you, Asenshi, for the subs.
Yes, arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, so this is probably the closest I'll ever get to an Ace Combat anime.
It maintains the weirdness of the games.
It does not. It goes a little bit farther than that, but yeah, I don't know if we've established this yet in the podcast lore, but I've played and enjoyed some Ace Combat, and to give you an idea, occasionally I'll just like spend an entire day planning out an Ace Combat anime if I could direct one, and just like going through episode by episode and thinking about what would happen in each one, and just freaking out for a whole day about it because it's so good. And we never get any Jet anime, and I don't know why not. It seems like the perfect. I mean, Macross seems to have a monopoly on that, and I don't know. You know, I've never gotten into Macross. I probably should. I don't know when the last Macross show. I think it was like 2 years ago, so they're still going, but I don't know. But it just never happens anymore. So this show is about a girl, and the first scene is her taking a career survey, and she looks out the window and she sees jets flying against the sun, and they make the jet noise, and that's when I realized that my opinion on this show literally cannot be trusted because I am coming.
Yeah. I got opinions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, keep going. I'll explain them later.
All right. So you know, I guess they don't really give you an indication that there's like a time skip, but now she works at the air base, at an air base, and she gets tasked to deliver like an envelope to a weird old hangar that's kind of hidden on the base, and she finds a dragon that immediately swallows her.
Yes.
And because she gets swallowed, she wakes up in a hospital, and they decide like, hey, that means he likes you, so you're a pilot now. You're a dragon pilot. So they take her back, and she gets just swallowed again. And this is when I was joking in my notes. I was like, haha, subtle vor pandering. Haha, subtle, right? Just that's a funny joke that I would make. Then she moves into a dorm and meets this squatting delinquent feisty girl.
The woman of my dreams, you mean?
She's fun. She's just fucking pissed all the time. She tries to court her with yogurt that she got from an old lady earlier, and it doesn't work because the yogurt's too warm. She's pissed that the yogurt's warm. So then they're trying to get her to pilot the dragon for the first time. They put jets on the dragon, by the way. They put armor.
Get in the fucking dragon.
Get in the dragon. And our girl decides. So until this point, everything was happening really fast, and there wasn't a lot of personality coming through. Like the dragon didn't really have a personality. It was just a dragon, and the girl was just, she was just getting rushed through all this stuff, and there wasn't much going on.
I think that's kind of the point, though, is that she's a little bit smothered underneath the speed of what's going on.
But it's like almost the entire first half of this episode is just that. It's just like stuff's happening to you. Oh god. But then she her personality quirk comes out here, which is that she occasionally just has outbursts where she just lays it on thick, and she's screaming at this instructor like, I told you I didn't want to do this. I can't do it. Fuck you. And the dragon, that you can see the dragon's kind of hurt by it, So that was good, because until then I was kind of worried, like, there wasn't much coming through all the plot points. So that gave everything a nice personality element. So then she has a conversation with this hangar guy who vapes, and then later, as she's planning on just leaving, quitting, going home, but then she sneaks back into the hangar and she makes friends with the dragon, and then she gets swallowed again, and then oh Christ, this is when my joke becomes not a joke anymore, because then it gets very vor, because she's just getting hugged by these slimy flesh walls, all around her, and she's just nesting and getting digested in his system. I was just joking before, but it gets ridiculous. She's getting covered in the enzymes, and I was wondering, like, holy shit, are they really just going to be inside the dragons for this whole show? Because it looks like the dragon's got a cockpit on the back of his neck, but she's just inside the whole time. But she's flying around the dragons, causing chaos because she doesn't know how to fly yet. And then she kind of, I don't know if she gets the hang of it, or I don't know, something happens, and the dragon becomes an F-15. It just turns into it. It can just transform, and it's flying against these sunrise lit clouds, and it's making trails in the sky, and it's fucking sick. It's fucking sick and rad. Yes. And I can tell you're just waiting. You're gonna have one sentence that sums up your little opinion on this show. But then it turns out the dragon might have only liked her for her flip phone, because it has the metals that he likes, because he eats metal, which is a funny bit. And that's it. And I like this show. It's pretty good. Also, it's not in this first episode, but one of the best EDs of the season, because it's like all in French, and they're dancing very silly. It's good. I'm having a good time.
This show has a genuine strangeness that makes it impossible not to enjoy.
Oh, that's good.
It's just throws you for a loop every time. Like, just when you think you have it pinned down, she's getting swallowed. But that's like the entire thing. Like, that's how she interfaces with this dragon, is by getting swallowed.
Yeah.
and it's almost like a Spielberg film, and just like Spielberg films have kind of a sort of grossness to them,
It was
but at the same time it's quite heartwarming.
It was kind of like how Monster Trucks was almost like a Spielberg film, but it was also just kind of weird.
Yeah, it's I just enjoy the strangeness of it. It's also like hard on its sleeve. At the end where the fucking the dragon turns into a plane, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I couldn't help but enjoy it. I like the main character a lot. I like her. I like most of the characters, frankly, just from what we've seen.
Yeah, and it's doing the right thing. It's introducing them slowly because I know there's going to be a lot more dragon pilots, but we just get the two in this first episode. It's just her and the really, really angry girl, and that's it. And you're just kind of warming up to them. You don't get 7 fucking characters. You don't get 9 characters at once like fucking Darling and the Franks. I
don't know. I think it looks beautiful, especially the sequence where she finally gets to see what it's like to be flying. Because she's like just seeing the inside of the fleshy walls for a while, but then she enables something on her helmet when she's prompted to do so, and then could see the outside world. And it's beautiful. It just looks great, and it's charming in its strangeness. Nobody's got noses, and that's always a good thing.
It's fucking. I like jets.
Yeah,
I just
it'll be interesting to see. I see in promotional art the dragon's got a little hat on, and that's good. That's good shit.
Yeah, so this is good. This is good stuff.
I agree. I was taken by it for sure. I'm gonna pee really quick, and then I'm gonna cover the next show.
All right, a quick break.
Oh, all right, we back.
Hey.
Okay. Next one.
Hey, hold on. After a break, it's customary to have a little downtime. Have a little casual conversation, okay?
Yes.
And what's going on with you?
I'm just I've had a few. I've recorded a podcast.
Nice.
I'm currently looking up Drake's nicknames because I'm gonna make a Drake joke as we enter this.
Yeah, no, I was anticipating the Drake jokes. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
I've got a bunch of Drake nicknames ready.
Okay.
We're going to have to find a way to let me get these in, but I'll figure it out. I'm not terribly concerned about doing it organically, so.
I believe in you. Yes, it's Dorei-ku. Dorei-ku.
Yes.
Dorei-ku.
Finally.
The animation.
Finally, they made a show about my boy.
Yeah.
This sixth god. Heartbreak Drake.
Really.
Wheelchair Jimmy. The Champagne Poppy. The Voodoo Child.
What?
The October's very own.
The Puerto Rican
Light-skinned
rattlesnake.
Keith Sweat.
Yep. What?
Chaining Tatum.
Wait, was that just Channing Tatum? Was there a twist on Channing Tatum, or was it just Channing Tatum?
Chaining Tatum.
Chaining. Okay, that's not 2 Chainz. I guess not.
Drake.
I thought that originally I thought it was Dorei-kun, is how I read it, but no, it's Dorei-ku, which is slave. It means slave.
That's a really unfortunate name to associate with an African American person.
Well,
even though he's Canadian, I guess.
That's how it works. A manga being adapted into glorious animation by Zero G, who are doing 2 shows this season. Way to go, Zero G, along with Neil Admirari. Great stuff. You want to go over this one, it seems like.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Feel free.
All right. So this one's about the gambling.
Yeah. Not really. I don't think they're all going to be gambling. They're duels, it says.
So, the show opens with some folks playing poker, right? And there's a twist on it. The twist is if you lose the poker game, you're a fucking slave.
Yep. But biologic, like it's forced, it's magic.
Yeah, you're a real slave for real.
Like it's Gias. It's the Gias. They have the Gias, but more than once.
So the protagonist listens to her friend's ridiculous relationship problems at McDonald's. I believe it was Rockdonald's this time.
Excellent.
And she's like, hey, can I meet your ex? Because her friend explains that her ex-boyfriend left her for another guy. And so they meet up, and the protagonist cuts straight to the chase and immediately asks, like, hey, why did you fall in love with a guy? Prove it. Prove that you love this man by making out with him in front of me. Mm-hmm. And homeboy's like, no, that's embarrassing. I would never do that in public. And she's like, well, yeah. And then she makes out with her friend who's been dumped.
Girl kiss.
On the spot there in front of him. Girl kissing for sure. And they play a game just to kind of prove a point where he's like, hey, see if you can guess the relationship of those people over there. And protagonist completely perfectly nails it on the spot, which is that these two people, which is not a part of their party, are they're meeting up because they met on a dating site. And then we cut to some people fucking in a car. Like, you see, like, a car bouncing up and down because there's the banging happening inside of it. Then we cut back to homeboy talking to protagonist, and he's like, hey, I'm not actually gay. I just wanted to let your friend down easily. And then, I
think there's a point here. I just want to interject real quick with a little bit of... There's a scene in here with a fish tank. Okay? Remember this? Okay? It's an Asian arowana in that fish tank, okay?
Okay.
It needs a lot more water than that, okay? Those guys are big. They're big, muscular fish, okay? They need lots of water, okay? At least 120 gallons for one that size, all right?
This is fish talk.
That looks like maybe a 75-gallon tank at most, okay? Not big enough. Also, not nearly enough water flow. Those guys need water moving across the gills. You need a huge bubbler or, a wave maker. Something along that lines. Those things cost thousands of dollars. You need to know this stuff, lady. Okay, you can't. This is a
really distressing note in this show in which rape occurs.
Yeah, you know what? You know who the real slave is? Is this fucking Asian arowana?
Oh
okay?
My god.
Also, I don't think it had a cover on it. Those fuckers jump. Those things. They're jumpers. All right, they'll hurt themselves.
Not only is he ignoring his water needs,
it's a lady.
He's ignoring his. Not only is she ignoring the water needs, she's ignoring the roof needs. Dude needs a roof. It's not a home without a roof.
If they hit the top of the tank, it's fine. But if they end up on the floor, it's a problem.
Yeah.
They could hurt their swim bladder.
Look,
and they end up upside down. They can't swim. They die. It's a problem. It's very sad.
It's over for your man.
Yeah.
Speaking of over for your man, so is this there's this other guy who's explaining the SCM. Is this the same guy that dumped her friend, or is this a different guy?
This is the guy pretending to be gay to give the lady a good story, which is pretty funny. Like I like that part of him. And he asks her on like another outing to talk to her about this mind control device because she has some kind of special innate. She's just good at reading people or something. I don't know.
Yes. So they meet up, and he explains what the SCM is, which is a mind control device. Basically, he explains that you have to. Both people put this fucking device in their mouths, and they have to do some sort of duel, and whoever wins the duel assumes control over the other person, makes them their slave.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a two-way thing, but it seems like it's only been one way so far.
We mean two-way.
So, like, what happens in the scenario where the person who does the challenge loses?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely two-way.
Okay.
That's what they say. But when this show almost kind of lost me is, like, the first scene...
Almost.
Like, it just seems like you wear it and then you can make someone your slave. But then it turns out you have to make the person wear the weird mouthguard thing.
It's dumb as fuck.
It's
Who the fuck would agree to that?
What kind of fucking idiot? Like, hey, put this in your mouth and then we'll make a gamble.
Sprung on you. That just gets sprung on you. You're like, okay, let's do this gambling. Also, put this fucking shit in your mouth,
like,
bro.
Is this show going to have... If this is 12 episodes, is this show going to have 12 scenes where someone's like, hey, Let's have a match. Let's have a challenge in this thing. But first, put this in your mouth. Like,
I doubt
what?
it. I really doubt it. I think what it's going to be is that we're going to enter some sort of tournament, or some sort of like global or like citywide game where people are going to agree willingly to enter these SCM
that's a
duels.
bit of a stretch. I don't know about that. I think it's going to be I think it seems like it's almost trying to be Death Note-ish, where people are trying to abuse the rules and be very very conniving about it.
Well, I don't think those things are mutually exclusive. But
I mean, just pulling tournament out of nowhere. I don't know.
Well, not even tournament, but I think there's just going to be there are knowing players in the SCM game. But anyways, so we cut to the couple from before, and so the scene where there was the sexy time happening. Where the car was bumping up and down.
Yes,
that was rape.
Yeah, real ass rape.
So the rape victim purchases an SCM to get her revenge on Rape Man. So she meets.
Even in Japan, it turns out the fedora is known. It's been.
It's tainted. You can't wear that shit anymore.
It's over.
So Rape Man heads to a pachinko bar, and the rape victim sidles up next to him, and she's like, "Hey, baby, hey, sweet cheeks, you want to play a game with me? If you win this game, you get to fucking have sex with me consensually this time. If you lose, you owe me like $100 or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, I'm a fucking complete dumbass. Put that SCM in my mouth."
It is only 100, isn't it?
Shit. And so homie just keeps winning. Rape Man, I refuse to call him homie, actually, and he just keeps hitting the jackpot because she challenged him at pachinko. Whoever wins the most,
she challenged him to an hour of pachinko. Which is
whoever wins the most balls in an hour wins.
Yeah. And
he just keeps hitting the jackpot and wins a shitload of balls. And he's like, "Oh, I've got this one in the bag. You better fucking prep your pussy, bitch."
Yep.
And but then she's like, "Oh yeah, you think so?" And she signals a dude that works there, and he goes and fetches all of her balls, and she got a whole bunch of balls. He's like, "What, Nani?" And she's like, "I got all these balls before you showed up."
Yep, she's been playing all day.
That can't possibly count.
It does count because she said whoever has the most balls at the end. The devices work by whoever basically first thinks, "Oh, I guess I lost," even if it's a technicality,
Sure.
But this is where I got so pissed because it's like, okay, we're already just basically cheating, or we're already getting at the seriously abusing the rules phase of that Death Note got to, which is supposed to happen later. Okay.
Well, what if it just gets even more extreme as the show progresses?
I don't know if they can pull that off, that'd be fine. But the Death Note, took a while, but then eventually he figured out this basically makes me God because I can basically control time and causality with this. They're already getting to the fucking. We need to have at least one regular ass match with the. You can't just do it that fast. There's not.
You kind of shot its load, huh?
It would be tough to keep escalating the technicalities and the Machiavellian fucking rule abuses after this continuously. It's really set itself up for a challenge here. You're supposed to establish the person's genius slowly, and then they get more cunning like halfway through and realize that they can abuse it, and it's supposed to build, but really we kind of jumped the shark here.
Well, so it seems like the show is gonna follow protagonist girl and the gay man from earlier, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to if I get in a situation where I lose, I want you to bail me out. Here's 10,000 yen or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I want to test my abilities using the SCM, which is, I don't know exactly what that means. Is he just going to try his hand at gambling?
Who knows?
What is it? And then we cut back to so she agrees to do it, by the way. And we cut back to rape victim, and she toys with her new slave by having him punch himself in the face repeatedly. And that's the episode.
Yes. I don't know if she's supposed to be like the villain. I don't know what. We got two storylines happening here.
Well, we might not even see her again. She might just be a parable. You know what I mean? She might just be an example of what
I don't know.
The
episode ends with her torturing him. I feel like there's got to be more of her.
I guess we'll find out in the next episode of Dorei-ku, the Sixth God.
Yeah, I might. Yes, I might give that one a second episode watch. But yeah, that's that. The premise is interesting. Execution is, we'll see.
I would call it poor. I would call the execution poor. I think it's really ugly. I think most of the conceits are ludicrous. Like the idea that you would be able to convince somebody to put this retainer in their mouth without any prior knowledge. I was not terribly convinced.
Yeah, basically its only value is in like fantasy and both revenge fantasy and just power fantasy. They seem
a little bit of fetish shit.
They
going
seem
on
to
there.
be going for a little bit of both of those, and it's
Yes.
it's somewhat hits on those, but yeah, all the oh god, fuck, shit.
Oh no!
The dressings.
No, we lost
That's what
them.
I was gonna say.
There
the
we
dressings.
go.
Not as great. Anyways, oh my gosh, this is the last one.
Oh, the last one of the. Oh, wait! This is the last one. Totally, we covered the other short boy.
Wait, let me make sure.
Wait, we didn't cover the short boy yet. Do we want to cover the short boy or catch that last? Let's get it last.
No, we got to do the last full show. Yeah, so our last short is Ladyspo.
Oh my god.
We both remembered what this was at the exact same time. An original show. I literally could not even find the studio who did it, who's responsible for this. They don't want to be known.
Oh my god.
This is a 4-minute long short.
Oh god.
Again, watched with no subtitles by us.
This is way better this way. I guarantee you it wouldn't be any better with subs. I bet this improves it.
Maybe. So it's we are introduced. It's a spaceship. I'm like, all right, spaceship, and then boom, toilets. Girls on toilets. Bunch of girls on toilets, and it cuts.
They gotta pee.
They gotta do something. I don't even. There's one who's like a brown girl. She's 22. They say Nijuni. That's Nijuni. And there's one with huge ass twin tails, and they're all on the toilet just going, muddy. And they're in space. I don't know. Is this a toilet show? Is this a show about spaceship girls using the bathroom?
What does Ladyspo mean?
I don't know.
For me, I'm like, sports? Water sports? What is this? Like, what is happening in this fucking show?
Space?
I see there's like a competition at one point, not that we get much of it.
Yeah, they enter some kind of duel.
There's like panning across frames for most of it. That's like the primary animation that occurs.
There's not a lot of movement here.
They draw a frame and then they pan across it, and then they put a girl in the bottom right corner with way higher fidelity. There's my favorite part of the show is when the girl that's like really having bad tummy trubs is really distraught, and her eyes are greater than and less than signs.
They're all just yelling for the toilet. They all just there's Nakagai tied.
I can relate to this.
They're all just holding their stomachs and what the fuck? I have no idea.
I can relate to this.
Like I don't know why they can't use the toilet. I don't know what's going on. And then they're gonna duel this very haughty.
I'm gonna call her the toilet queen. I feel like she's the one that lords over the toilets with an iron fist and doesn't allow them access to them.
I love how wrong that could be because we don't know. She might be the toilet. She might have a toilet monopoly. I don't know.
Because by the time that they're competing, they're still in like a state of needing to pee or poop or experience
I feel like
some sort
if you're
of
saying
release.
if you're saying my stomach hurts, that's poop. You know.
So these bitches really need to poop even while they're fighting. So I feel like she's somehow responsible for this.
It could be. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is an enigma.
But they're on. It shows them on the toilet. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Ladyspo.
I think maybe they're constipated.
Yeah, maybe she fed them something that made them.
Because like if they're on the toilet and they're still experiencing the same pain later on, it seems like they weren't able to take care of it then and there.
Maybe instead of having a monopoly on the toilet, this lady has a monopoly on all the cranberry juice they have stored in the ship's reserves. You know.
Oh, you're very right. You're very right. This is something I hadn't considered.
Right. All the Metamucil in their storage bay.
So, anyways, I think this is a guaranteed pickup. We're gonna have to figure out what goes on in this
We're
one.
probably gonna have to dedicate an entire episode to Ladyspo at some point. You know,
what is We're gonna have to parse this and figure out exactly what's going on.
I'm
very concerned about these women.
I'm gonna start a video essay YouTube channel called The Ladyspo Diaries, and I'm gonna the lore of Ladyspo is. I'm gonna have the video is gonna start out with the girl saying "Onaki ga itai," and then it's gonna pan. There's gonna be a seamless video transition. I'm gonna say, in art, it's very important to, and it's gonna be 20 minutes of me talking about.
You gotta establish your characters as humans, and what's more human than needing to go to the bathroom? We all experience it, and like you might have read in the book, the novel, one of the greatest works of modern fiction, everybody poops. We all experience similar bowel movements. This is a work of art that can unite us all across cultural barriers. You don't even have to have the subtitles on to truly appreciate its work. It's genius.
Video essays are they're so ripe for parody, and fucking Clickhole did the perfect parody of the film video essay. I recommend it. It's just like a couple months ago. It's called "The Geometry of Emotion: How Paul Thomas Anderson Uses Hot Dog Shapes in His Films to Create Mood." It is absolutely spot on. How it starts with a scene from a film, and then it transitions into this fucking pretentious ass. The way we see shapes in films is very, it's.
Yeah, no, Clickhole's always fucking on point.
They really everyone, they turn out some
they're
good
really
stuff.
good at poking exactly what the current paradigm is in internet culture.
Better than The Onion, I think. Like
The Onion has kind of lost their way.
I've seen like everything. My standard is if you can parody Vice perfectly, you're good, because I've seen what was the fake documentary series with the Saturday
Documentary
Now tried to parody Vice, and it wasn't nearly there. Like they could have they didn't get there. They were too soft. They weren't hard enough on Vice. There was way more material there. They didn't do it. The Onion has tried to parody Vice. It's not quite, but Clickhole, they got the video essays, even though that's not Vice.
Clickhole, it's in the name. It's in the name. Like, you immediately get it. That, like, okay, these people understand. Like, they know exactly the kind of content. Like, the shit that you just find yourself clicking away at over and over and over again. Like, YouTube recommendations is exactly the kind of thing they're trying to parody.
Yeah.
It's the quote-unquote Clickhole itself, So it's, obviously they're very good. Their work's very good.
Yeah.
Their headlines are really, really punchy. It's,
yeah.
Which is like what The Onion at least used to be able to do. I feel like they've kind of lost their spark.
Yeah, every once in a while.
They probably got bought or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you still get some good stuff from The Onion, but yeah, it's Clickhole's where it's at. Sometimes also higher batting average.
Well, you can't be there 100% of the time. Lord knows.
No, you miss 100% of the articles you don't write.
This is true.
And then we've just been stalling, but now it's finally time. The finale.
We end where we began. Bookending.
Exactly. We're back to the very beginning. Because the show wasn't subbed for a while, but it was the first one on our list. The last one we're going to talk about, Juushinki Pandora.
Oh my
an
God.
original program by Satellite. English title, Last Hope. And it's my last hope.
I don't think that translates to that at all.
No, because it's Pandora, which is, in fact, a non-Japanese word that is not hope or last. But who wants to talk about Juushinki Pandora?
This shit's yours.
All right. The baton has been handed. I feel an immense responsibility, and I will do good by it. The show takes place in 2038, and there's a scientist guy who mutters to himself a lot, and he just sort of looks at robots as they explode, apparently. I don't know. It's a dystopia. Robots are taking over. In 2031, there was a new source of energy that solved all the world's problems. Go figure. And then there was an accident. Go figure.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, no.
I can't believe it. And then
What concept?
I created something called the Brai, BRAI, which are just robot dinosaurs. Or
It's fucking Transformers Beast Wars in this bitch.
Or as we see later, apparently just crabs. I don't know. And there's like an army force who tries to fight him. One of whom is Kana Hanazawa, being serious, like an adult woman, and also serious. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
Erotic in its own way.
Seeing Kana Hanazawa transition into adult lady roles for the next 20 years. It's gonna be weird. So this is directed by the Macross / Aquarian / AKB 0048 guy. So there's a lot of CG, but not terrible CG. And there's just a lot of battles, a lot of fighting in this first episode here. I am less than invested watching this. It's just a bunch of fights.
Yo, this shit's fucking butt ugly Martians, motherfucker. This shit's so ugly.
There's a lot of brown.
I'll tell you what's ugly. This show, goddamn, these character designs are ass cheeks. These monster designs are even worse. These are some of the ugliest goddamn monsters I've seen in a minute.
You know, I'm sure they tried to make the monsters hideous on purpose, you know, but it's not entertaining to look at.
No, it's not a good hideous. It's just perplexing.
They are quite literally giant enemy crabs, and they kind of look like a PS3 asset, you know.
This is some fucking EDF bullshit.
Well, except there's not like a billion things. There's only like 2. But then our actual characters who we watched are a naked scientist man and girl sidekick they're poor and they're like living in a trailer. And he cooks. He's not a good cook because he's too logical. He's got too much logic because he's scientist man. So he's put too much thought into the food and he didn't make it tasty. So then we got a whole bunch more action against the giant enemy crabs by the military people. And then the crabs combine, which is very funny. They like join backs and become a bigger crab. And it's unexpectedly violent. Like the crabs are killing people. They're pooping acid on a dude and he dies and he's screaming.
That shit is like theoretically cool, but upon like actual implementation of the show was really lame because he's just spewing all over the place. And it's not very cinematic or like interesting looking. It looks like he's just got like a hose coming out of his mouth with acid.
You know what is cinematic is when someone says the line that I will not paraphrase and I will say in full. Hyperdrive is now in the overdrive mode. Our guy is driving something because he decides like, oh man, this is bad. I have to go help. So scientist drives his custom-made thing into the fight, and it's just like a car or something. But then he starts to feel it when he starts to get overpowered, and then he feels it.
He's really feeling it. He's really feeling it.
And there's a trippy-ass transformation sequence.
He gets all naked. He gets all fucking like Digimon Frontier style naked.
Yeah, he gets floaty and naked, and there's all these weird shapes floating around, and it's weird, and he transforms into just a humanoid robot. Very silly. And he beats the thing, and then at the end, Twisto, it turns out he was the scientist who discovered the energy source, fucked it all up. So this is him.
Did he fuck up his hair at the same time?
He made his hair green, and he made himself into a shoujo, a male harem character. Yes, that's what happened. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. It's too much action. It's not. I'm not invested enough.
Ugly as fuck. That's my biggest problem with it. Is that I really hate looking at it.
Slightly more importantly for me is that I didn't care. I just didn't care. You know.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah. So anticlimactic end to spring 2018. Yeah. Whew.
We did it. That's it. That's all the anime.
I think we did it. I'm going over everything.
Just in time to start summer 2018.
Yeah. We should. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on this summer? Oh, apparently Attack on Titan Season 3 is happening. I didn't know that.
What?
That's cool, I guess.
That's something that people will watch.
Is there a cowboy in Shingeki no Kyojin? All right. This picture has a picture of a cowboy. Fooly Cooley, we know. Something called High Score Girl. 1991. That's cool. Arcade show. What else is going on? Chio-san no Tsugakudo. I don't know any of this shit. I don't know what's happening. Another free.
Yes.
More free.
Yes. Give me my boys.
Something called Banana Fish by Mappa.
Oh, fuck
Mappa's usually good, I feel like, but Banana Fish is a very silly title.
It'll probably have really significant meaning once you watch the entire thing. How about Backstreet Girls?
Oh my God, Backstreet. So do you know the plot of Backstreet Girls?
No.
I probably shouldn't tell you.
Okay, I'll watch it.
That show has been like the only reason it's been getting brought up for like a year because the premise is so good. The premise is so good that it cannot possibly live up to it because it is absolutely amazing. It's so good. Okay.
Oh my God.
Maybe I should just tell you.
Wait, yeah, go ahead.
So the premise is that a bunch of Yakuza guys get punished, and to get punished, they have to become transvestite idols.
What?
Yeah. They have to get, I don't know if they actually, I think they actually get surgery, like they go to Taiwan or something. And it's a bunch of hard-ass Yakuza having to transition and become idol girls. Oh, and I can't wait.
Oh my God. Sign me up. How is that getting an anime translation or anime?
I don't know. JC
version.
Staff. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I liked it. I'm glad that Free is kind of doing the inverse of the K-On! Thing, where K-On! Season 1, that's 1 exclamation point. Season 2, that's 2. Free started with 2, and now it's 1.
I thought it was 1, then it was 2, and then it's back to 1. Or something.
Hold on. I'm going to figure this out.
Grand Blue.
Oh, it is 1 exclamation point.
Grand Blue is getting an anime by Zero G. Isn't that a video game? Oh, no, it's a manga series. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of Endless Ocean. Anyways, there's a mermaid show that looks adorable by Nomad. Jashin-chan Dropkick. Pfft. That looks nice. Something called Island, which is either going to be really bad or really good based on these crazy fucking character designs.
What could Penguin Highway be?
I don't know. Why are you scrolling so far down? Penguin. I don't even see Penguin Life. What the fuck are you looking at?
Penguin Highway.
Penguin Highway. Where? What the fuck are you looking at?
Oh, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Oh, okay. It's like what the.
I gotta sort by only the television program.
You don't have to sort. All the television programs should be on top, or whatever. I don't know what site you're using.
I'm using the Analyst.
Oh, okay. Oh, Analyst. Use Anachart. What's the matter with you? There's not much stuff. I guess summer is always pretty light. This seems. I mean, there will be more, but there's only 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28.
At least we'll be getting more Cutie Honey, I'm
34.
sure, in the future.
What? Why Cutie Honey?
Well, not this season. I feel like we're going to get more Cutie Honey.
What? Why are you bringing up Cutie Honey?
Ignore me.
Okay. There's not much I recognize here. Yeah, not a lot of sequels. Happy Sugar Life. Harukana Receive. Beach volleyball. Oh, yeah, the beach volleyball show. I heard about that. Oh, yeah, there's an SS show. There's a straight show to show. Suno Haraso no Kanrin-san. Kanrin-san.
That's a dude. You nailed that one.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that's
beach volleyball.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch the PV really quick.
Big booby mom lady and unwilling little boy. Oh fuck yeah. Oh hell yeah. So cool. What are you looking at?
I'm watching the beach volleyball PV.
Oh okay.
This looks sexy.
Neat. Series composer and script by a lady. Oh my gosh.
Yo, this looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I'm in.
Might be.
Sign me up.
Yeah. What studio is that? C2C. Snake. Remember your C2C training.
Oh my god.
They've only done Onechan ga Kita and your roommates. That'll be interesting. All right. So we're good. We're done until July.
That'll
Isn't
do
that
it.
nice?
Oh my god. Freedom forever.
Freedom for 2 months.
Oh.
2 months and a week.
What are we watching?
I've had some ideas that I've completely forgotten. I don't know.
David says he wants to be on the next one.
Oh boy. I was thinking of Destiny of the Shrine Maiden. I was thinking of something called Voltage Fighter Gaokaiser.
Destiny of the Shrine
Something
Maiden.
called iCity, AI City.
Destiny of the Shrine Maiden. Well, I mean, we don't have to commit to anything now.
Yeah, but we'll think of something. And at some point in these next couple months, we'll do. Let's talk about Index Baby Volume 3. That'll get did. But yeah, get ready. Stay tuned for less 2018 and more other stuff. Yeah.
More like 1918, because we're taking it way back.
Oh, you're taking it back to the classics, baby. If I'm still here, I have been drafted in the incel war, so I might
I
not be
just
here.
sat on my balls.
Oh no! It finally
not
happened.
good.
It finally happened live.
Oh,
Live,
I don't like it.
Live ball sitting. You're telling me
I
you
don't
don't
like
like it?
it.
Are you kidding?
Oh, I don't like the ball sit.
You got to turn the temperature down in your house, man.
Oh no, they're drooping too low. Oh no. Why? Why?
Yow!
Let's go! スーパーイレブントラブルじゃんじゃん重くせください